Peace. Welcome to the show. This right here is Humble Beginnings, where we simply live it through. Now, y'all know time and time again, when I say we simply live it through, I say it all the time that no matter what adversity or diversity we go through, all we can do is walk the path accordingly. That's all we can do. Oh, man. I got a good one for us, y'all. This actually the first show we kicking off this year. I know we're a little late running into February, but hey, ain't no better time than the present. But what's going on, fellas? How everybody doing? Everybody good?
What's going on, man? Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. You ain't
A1,
can't call.
man.
Okay. My bro Chef Joe dropped off. He'll be back up in a second. All right, guys. We ain't gonna waste too much time, man. This right here, the show title. We talking about relationship traumas. Why do unhealed people fail at relationships? Is the question of how I got it brought up. Hold on, let me bring my brother back up. All right.
There you go. I couldn't hear you first time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna talk about relationship traumas. Oh man, this is only thing I ask of y'all on this beautiful evening is I just need y'all to be as honest as possible and fair and try not to be too hard on the women. I know some of y'all kind of rough out there when it comes to them, and we just gonna make this thing keep it simple. How y'all want to play this? Y'all want me to kick it off with the first pop-off question, or y'all want me to play a clip real quick for us to warm up and get into it? They're gonna stay around the same subject. I'm gonna play this clip regardless. Now, it's gonna be regardless of whether we start off with it.
Yeah, you want to play the clip?
Play the clip first.
Yeah, play the clip.
All right. So this first clip is from my boy KFC. Shout out to my Vocal Visions brother. It is about compromise. So we talking about relationship traumas, and we'll start off with this one. We talking about compromise. This might be a little loud too. I tried to play this earlier and turn this shit down. All right. Here we go.
Let's talk about compromise. I'm going to give an unpopular opinion. The goal when it comes to compromise in a relationship is to not have to compromise much in your relationship. The goal is to not have to compromise as much because your values are aligned, so there wouldn't be much to compromise about. In theory, it sounds good to say that you should have compromise in your relationship, but really, a great relationship is one where you don't have to compromise that much. Now, you should know the art and skill and quality of knowing how to compromise with somebody. You should know how to compromise when it comes to a situation where it's needed for a resolution, but it shouldn't be a part of your everyday routine. If you're always compromising in your relationship, it's not going to last that long because compromise is a breeding ground for resentment. Regardless of how much you love this person, if you're always compromising, you're going to resent them. Let's talk about compromise.
My brother said a lot. Compromise is overrated. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think he got a valid point, or what y'all think? Y'all think it need to be a bunch of compromising? Do y'all think you should just align yourself with somebody who y'all are so aligned that y'all really don't have to compromise too much because y'all on the same page? What y'all think about this? Chef Joe, I'm gonna start with you, man. Compromising in a relationship, is it overrated? What you think about this?
I don't think it's overrated because what the old saying is, opposite attracts. I mean, sometimes you got to compromise for the relationship to work. I mean, I don't think it's, no, but sometimes you need to compromise for the relationship to work, though, for real. Not all the time, but.
Now, you said opposites attract. I agree with you that opposites attract, but do you think opposites tend to last in relationships, though?
It depends on the people.
So if they so when you say opposite, what are the things that you are considering to be opposite? Like if they got opposite goals and we're in places, because a lot of people look at life as a destination. Me personally, I look at life as a journey. But a lot of people look at life like it's a destination. If they want to be in two different places, wouldn't that require them to have to forcefully kind of compromise to even be able to make it?
Correct.
Would that be good though for the relationship? Because that's a lot of sacrificing. And he said in the video, it creates a lot of resentment.
You're right.
You think that would be beneficial for that type of relationship?
No, not for that relationship. No.
Okay. So you on the side of opposites attract, but likeness makes it.
There you go.
All right. Dre, man, what you think about this, Dre? What you think about what my bro said in the video, man? Is compromise overrated?
Yeah and no. because you gotta understand when you're in a relationship, you do gotta compromise some. You know what I'm saying? Everything just can't be your way or the highway. You know, the person for you, you know, they might not check all your boxes, you know, but they still good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, is it worth it? You know, is a compromising worth it? That's this question you gotta ask yourself.
Okay. Big Dave, man. What you think, man? Man, is compromise overrated? What you think?
I think compromise can be overrated in certain situations.
Huh?
Like if you got a man and a woman, got two different, completely different upbringings, and when it comes to kids, stuff like that, your outlook might be different than their outlook as far as the way you want to raise a kid, or the way you want to do things, and the way you want to live your life. And if you was just raised, you know what I'm saying, like not to be a particular way, and you try to get forced to be a particular way, I feel like that could push each other apart as far as not seeing eye to eye with things like that.
So you agree that it would cause a lot of resentment?
Yeah, it could in a sense.
Okay. Mike Joe, man, what you think about that? What you think about what my man said in the video, man? Compromise overrated? What you think?
I like what he said, but I don't really think it's overrated because I feel like some compromise is needed because I don't feel like everybody got the same. Nobody had the same vision, same goals, and none of that. But if you get with somebody, you're gonna have you're gonna have to have some type of compromise, regardless. Y'all ain't like you talk to somebody and they're they know everything or they're gonna do everything you want to do. Some stuff y'all might not agree with. It's really all about communication. So I don't really think it's overrated.
So would it make sense to simply just get with somebody who you are that much aligned with, so you don't have to compromise but so much?
No, it's all about how you feel, and I don't really necessarily gonna say just going off that. I just think I think communication is gonna play the part whether it's somebody you know what I'm saying compromise with a lot of don't compromise with at all. I just feel it's the communication that's gonna play a part in it.
So would you agree that for most people, for most circumstances, compromising is sacrificing, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So do you think that would you let me see. Do you think that would strain a relationship if you're making a bunch of sacrifices just to have to be with that person? Like we know that you have to make some sacrifices, but should you be making a lot? Because
Also, we're
that would
going
be
off.
pretty strange.
The question is, so you had to sacrifice everything. That's
Well,
really it.
not everything, but it's about how much are you willing to sacrifice, right? So that's why I asked the question of wouldn't it make sense to kind of be with somebody you're more aligned with as far as goal wise, because then, and that's kind of what he was saying in the video, where you don't have to sacrifice so much. You get what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
there's going
I
to
got
be,
you. I got you.
but
Yeah. So like when you
you
first
shouldn't
start,
have to be sacrificing almost at every turn like that. Like that's
Right.
that's
No, nah,
crazy.
I got it messed up, man. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I like what he said. You know, I feel, he said some compromise. So yeah, y'all not gonna agree on everything, but you gonna compromise with some shit.
something.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Which y'all can consider compromise and settling in a way.
I would.
Ooh.
Not really. I don't think so. Y'all come to agreement. Y'all both got to agree on something. So
Yeah, but
That's
by
that's
definition,
compromise.
that would be a settlement, right? So if
Yeah.
we're compromising to get, like how he said in the video, that if we're gonna compromise to get a resolution, that means we're coming to a settlement. Now, for that
Okay.
person, I think it would be a hard settle for them if we were to take that angle of the opposites attract and you're not that aligned with that person, and then you're making a whole bunch of concessions to make them happy, and you're not happy, oh, you're definitely settling.
Yeah, I agree.
You
What's the
definitely
point of compromising if you got to do that? If you feel that strong about how you, if you feel that strong in what you believe in, why do it?
well, okay. So
Some people fall in love and all that bullshit.
So you telling me you okay? Never mind.
If people got kids, they do it for the kids. It's all right.
everybody up here pretty much a millennial, I think, except Dre. Dre think Dre a little young. I don't think Dre might not be a millennial. But the people who preceded us, our parents and grandparents, kind of fucked it up because that happy wife, happy life was a big compromise.
Woo. Yes, sir.
I mean, that was a compromise, and it ain't really
Big
working. It ain't
compromise.
really working too well, and we are the byproduct of that. And Matty B in the chat, man. Shouts out to Matt, man. Hey, man, tell Mondoose happy birthday. I know that's where you at. Matty B says, too much compromise means you now compromise yourself. I agree wholeheartedly. Man, too much of it, I think you are sacrificing a lot on your end.
You can't sacrifice who you are as a person to make somebody else happy.
Right.
Because really, if you that, and I understand it, right? Like, so I know when it comes to compromising, I understand. Like most men don't talk about certain things because we're talking about trauma, right? Most men don't want to talk about certain things, and most men hide under the blanket. And like I said, because those who preceded us held us under that umbrella. This is what you're supposed to do. You a man. So a lot of them tough situations, you're supposed to just stick it out. They'll tell a man it ain't about your happiness. Well, you got to be happy for.
Mm-hmm.
Your love looks like duty, responsibility. Mm-hmm. That's what yours look like. So happiness is placed where it doesn't matter. But then we all know that when people are unhappy, they're gonna end up doing certain stuff. They're gonna start cheating and doing all this kind of other stuff like that. So if we really gonna battle it, is it really good to compromise if you in a family and every time you lay down, you wishing you had another family up the street? Or you got another family up the street wishing that you was. I'm just asking a real question. I'm pretty sure all of us have known a man who has participated in this act. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
These are the things we gotta discuss, man. We talking about trauma and the things that build. And what you gotta realize too is that man then moving or choosing to act outside of the situation then creates a struggle love type situation where now you're creating a trauma on behalf of your woman because you now hitting her with insecurities and now she can't function a certain degree. So it's going to affect both parties, all parties involved. We'll just keep it like that.
And that could devastate, like you say, the kids or the people, around you. Yeah, I mean,
so that's where. So I don't believe the overall statement of it is overrated. I think it is necessary to a degree, but I do believe that if you get with somebody more so who you more aligned with, you shouldn't have to do too much sacrificing. Because too much sacrificing just sounds like that man is doing what he's doing just to survive, and then he's gonna get out that situation anyway.
Some people will call that simp. I want to call that being a simp.
Some people associate that with it. Doing everything for the woman and not doing nothing for yourself. Some people do associate that with that.
If you do that, you'll drive yourself in the dirt. And never enough when you do shit like that.
It's crazy if you do all that compromising and all that, and she's still acting the same or don't respect you, or you know what I'm saying? Ain't really appreciative of it, you know?
Or still cheat. That what gets me.
Do y'all think?
Still.
Just a pop-up question, just something quick. Do y'all think in today's time, women really respect men like that?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell, a lot of women don't even respect themselves these days and times. They be walking in the club with lingerie on. Trying to throw it out.
Get mad when you be looking.
Here it is. Let it fall on you.
Hey, Kel.
Yo.
when you say women, do you mean like all women or just black women in particular?
I mean women in general.
Because if you talking about just black women, that's just a whole different, topic, whole different conversation.
So in general, okay, so let's play the game. Do you think? Let's address it overall first. Women in totality. If you had to percentage it, do you think women of today, more of this modern time that we live in, do you think they respect men today?
It depends on the culture and where they're from.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends.
But I'm saying overall though. I'm not.
In general, overall, I would throw the number of 15%.
Yeah.
Especially around these parts we live in.
You respect or don't respect?
It's a no.
If you talking about 50%,
they don't respect the men and they hardly respect themselves. That's 15%.
15%? Shit.
You don't think, Chef Joe, you think he being too generous with 15?
Hell yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying 15 of the good ones still left out there. 15% of the good ones. Yeah, I had that shit backwards, but
85%.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
I agree.
Think about that percentage that Big Dave threw out there. He said he only thinks 15% overall.
It's still good out there. It's still respectful.
I agree.
It might be a little more than that, but yeah.
It depends on what part of the world you live in, but he say general. That's daily feeling. That's daily statistics around here where I live at.
So Dre, if you had a percentage, what would be your percentage you put on it of the ones who you think that do respect me? What would the percentage you would give?
Maybe about 12.
Okay. Mike Joe, if you had a
12.
percentage on it.
Man, I give about 30, 70-30.
Yeah, he live in a good part of the world.
Wait. 70% do or 70% that don't?
70 don't. But I'm saying like 30,
Okay. Mike a little more generous. All right. So Dre, now we're gonna home it in. Let's talk about black women. If we had the percentage black women, which one you think? How much will be the percentage of what do you think that does?
About 2.
Damn.
If you had the percentages, what would you give that does?
Damn, I was about to say 5. This nigga say 2.
Okay. Mike Joe, if you had the percentage, what would you put that do?
I'm gonna keep it the same because I'm in the house one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it about the same.
Okay. Political. Okay. We'll play politics. Okay. Respect. Dave, what you think? And your opposition. You had looking at black.
I'm thinking like 13.5%.
Okay. So I'm sensing the pattern.
So what you think?
It ain't that bad.
I actually agree with the statement overall when Dave said it, that I don't think a lot of women really respect themselves to be able then to have respect for men.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that too.
And I would say most of them don't. But I don't even think it panders more to black. I think even overall, I think the percentage is low. I don't give a fuck what race they in, what culture. Because the other culture is going to be a smaller group anyway. So when I'm looking at it from a totality perspective, we still on the low end. Personally. Especially we talking about those who possess a Western mentality, because that's where we live. We in the West. So
I talk about Central and all that.
Yeah. But even overall, I don't think because you got to remember, one of the biggest things that people get from this country is our export in media.
Yes.
Whether it's music, the entertainment and all that other stuff like that. And that does help breed the way a lot of cultures are moving, the influence and stuff like that. Because even when you watch, like, say if you watch Netflix, right? A lot of their shows now, because they do a lot of the Bali films and all the other stuff that coming up, all they're doing is emulating everything that we do. Not saying that they're not having some of the same experiences and doing anything like that, but they are copying. If you look at China, not Japan, but China's heavily influenced by American culture. China now.
So they blur out all the good parts in a porno movie.
Yeah, they know not. They ain't gonna put it out there and make themselves look crazy. But that's where respect come in. At.
For
Because
real.
respect,
Mhm.
Yeah,
you
that's
got to make
that's
yourself look
crazy.
fool. I'm gonna make myself look good. I ain't gonna make myself look crazy.
You watch a Chinese porn, my nigga?
All right, y'all. Let's get deeper. All right. Is commitment making the pledge or staying involved? Which way? Let's think about this. Is commitment making the pledge or staying involved? What y'all think about this?
I think commitment is more on the bounds of staying involved because anybody can make a pledge. Anybody can say them words, but it takes a whole nother energy to actually go out and be committed through it all, through all the ups, through all the downs,
Mhm.
through all the wrongs, through all the rights. Like commitment, like yeah, you got to be involved. That's the way I see that.
Okay.
Right. Like
Go ahead, Drake.
pledging. Right. Pledging is just words. You know, pledging just words. Like you gotta like really be involved. You know, it's like what they say. Money talk, bullshit walk. It basically the same way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah.
Okay. Putting your
Mhm.
money where your mouth is. Okay.
Right.
Walk basically how they say walk it how you talk it. Okay.
Mhm.
Chef Joe, what you think?
No, I agree. Commitment is staying involved, but like you said, anybody can talk, but take a strong man to stay involved for a good reason.
Okay. Shouts out to my sister Tori in the chat. I see her. She agreeing with something one of y'all gentlemen said. Uh Mike Joe, what you think about it, man? Is commitment making the pledge or staying involved, bro?
Hey, definitely what everybody else said. Gotta show it, bro.
Okay. So since we all agree, let me ask this follow up. When y'all look at the world today and the way that people are approaching relationships now, do you think people actually are trying to stay involved, or they just look at it just making the pledge?
In this day and age,
Yep.
They making that pledge,
Definitely
bro.
making a pledge.
pledge.
Cause you hear people say it all the time. Well, I'm in a committed relationship. I'm in a committed relationship.
Until they find somebody with more money, more status, that can get them where they want to go.
Not even only that, like at the first sign of trouble, they'll leave.
Mm. No,
Mm.
I ain't thought about that. No.
And depending on the type of trouble
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So
Yeah,
so
that true.
so when people take when people go to get married and they go to say their vows, right? Cause I always say, what was considered y'all commandments ain't commandments, they just suggestions, right? That's how I look at it. That when people say, for better or for worse,
Rich
sickness
or
and
poor.
Sickness and health,
richer for
riches
poor,
and poor.
till death do you part. How do y'all feel? And this is just asking y'all opinion. How do y'all feel about people when they go for a divorce? What y'all think about that? Because I've been married before. I've been through a divorce. How do y'all feel about that? Like when people get a divorce, do you feel like that's them giving up? Like,
I don't think it's giving up. Like if you tried to do everything you could trying to save your marriage and it not work, I mean, nah, let it go. Like I hate when people say I stay for the kids. Like I hate that. Like I understand you want to have a stay at home environment for the kids, but if you're not happy and you going through so much stress and mental health, that shit not healthy for you. Like
hmm
nah.
Gotta have a good life insurance or policy.
Mm.
Right.
okay.
Like I never understood that neither. Like when people say stay for the kids, like I mean, when you get older, your kids don't understand. You don't got to stay and deal with all that trauma, abuse, physical,
Mm-hmm.
mental. Like no, like
Okay. Big
yeah.
Dave, what you think about that, man?
I think what he said is kind of true. Like, if you decide to end up staying for your kids and you ain't happy and you have made all these sacrifices your whole life, when your kids get an age and you get old and gray, you ain't able to live, like you on the verge of kicking it in a wheelchair, like you'll be completely rethinking about the way the fuck you did things, regardless of them kids or not.
Yes,
And
sir.
them kids is gonna know and understand in the end. Either way you decide.
Okay. Mike Joe, what you think?
I feel in general like, you know, the marriage part, like we don't think about all the bad that could happen. We don't think about it right then and there. We like we're not looking at the, oh, if they cheat, or oh, if they, you know what I'm saying, do something we really don't like, to get a divorce or whatever. Like, you acting on your words. When you say the words, you ain't thinking about all the possibility of the negativity of everything that could happen. So
All right, now I got a question. Now, I'm not taking no side on it, but this right here is trying to get an understanding because it sounds like my whole team said fuck them kids. So I'm just playing. I just fuck with y'all. But people always make a commitment, right? To say whatever they do for their children, right? Like people use that mantra, like everything I do for my kids is about protecting the children, making sure the kids and everything. So if we understand that in the proper order of things, your children are really just a byproduct of the foundation, which was you and that person's relationship. If you choose to end it, is it not the similar of breaking the commitment to your kids in a sense though? Like even if y'all really couldn't fix it, like say both of y'all were trying and y'all really couldn't fix it, is part of it though still not kind of breaking a commitment? Because you're making more than one commitment, right? Because the job of a husband and the father is two separate jobs. I know people throw them together, but that is two different jobs. The job of a mother and the job of a wife is two separate jobs. So is that not the same thing of you kind of breaking the commitment to the child? If you just say, man, hey, I gotta be happy, man, I'm sacrifice your little ass nigga. What y'all think?
I
I
mean,
mean, but at
yeah,
what cost? I mean, you could stay for the kids and make that commitment, but if you truly not happy and that shit eating your ass up, why would you stay? Like, I don't get that.
so it's really it ain't even about the kids anymore. It's about how you feel, right?
I mean, but you got to have your mental health and you got to be strong, my brother. Like, if you breaking your back, paying all the bills, take care of your wife, taking care of your kids, and they still don't appreciate you, still
Just
talking
say
shit
it,
to
Josh,
you.
Chef Joe. Just say it. Fuck them kids.
That's why I ain't got
Just
no.
say it. Just say it's all about you.
You
It's all
trying
about
to
you,
find a
man.
nice way not to say it. I get it. I hear you. You ain't got no kids, but it's okay. You listen. You trying to find a nice way not to say fuck the kids. At the end of the day, that's really what you trying to do. Okay, just say it. You've been on this show long enough. Just go ahead and say it. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them damn kids.
Go ahead. It's all right. What y'all think about the question that I asked, man? Do it feel like you breaking the commitment on for the children, man?
No, I mean, I don't think it's breaking a commitment to your kids. I mean, I would say maybe breaking a commitment to your partner, but your kids, no. I mean, as long as you taking care of them, and doing your father duties, I don't think it's breaking a commitment to your kids. Me personally.
Okay. Mike Joe, what you think, man? Are you abandoning them chilling?
Nah, I ain't abandoning the kids. I'm just abandoning the where they came from. I'm not
Say what?
abandoning the kids though.
Say you're leaving the mother / father, not the kid. You still committed to being a parent.
Yeah, I'm gonna always be that.
Big Dave, man, what you think, man? We walking the line of fucking kids, man. What we do?
nah, it ain't so much as fuck them kids. I love mine. I would do anything in the world for mine. But
Mm-hmm.
like with it being on two different levels as far as being a husband and being a father. If you was to quit being a husband, as long as you still being a father, and kids always remember you. You steady making memories and spending time with your kids whenever you can. Like I feel like that should go a long way versus staying together in a household where you and their mothers fighting and arguing all the time, and you being angry around your kids all the time. like I feel like it would impact their life a lot better if you had to leave that situation in order to give them
A better
things
life.
that they will remember versus remember your ass being angry all the time, kicking their fucking toys into TVs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just you
And
gotta
And
that
you gotta
goes
developing
redo the
high
whole
blood
situation,
pressure,
man.
going to the hospital and all that stuff, man. Now you got
Yeah,
all these
fucking
different
heart
issues with
attack shit.
yourself, bro.
all
So
that
Hmm.
ties
Exactly.
all that ties into relationship trauma. You know, you
so
doing your kids more harm than good if you stay.
Thank you.
so 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 I'm gonna give y'all a scenario there. So let's say all y'all are fathers of a daughter, and the daughter, your little girl is like 8 years old, right? And she look at you with them baby girl look at you with them little tears in her eyes, and she say, "Daddy, I understand you unhappy, but please don't leave." What y'all telling baby girl? Y'all gonna look at baby girl and say, "Look, I can't stand that bitch, baby. I gotta go." I'm here for you. I'm here for you. What y'all gonna do? She said,
Exactly
"Daddy,
right.
I know you unhappy, Daddy, but wait, I love Mama. Just don't leave, Daddy. What y'all doing?"
I say, baby, I love you and I'll always be here for you, but I can't stay with your mama. I'm sorry.
That sounds
Nah,
good to me.
Yeah, that's something
I'm
about right.
goddamn.
Okay, cool. We all on the same page. I ain't really got nothing to add to it. I don't disagree with y'all. But Kev put up here. You know, this is Kev from Kev perspective is the one that we watched this clip from, my vocal vision brother. He said, "Who broke the commitment first? The person who cheated or the person who filed for divorce?"
The person who fucking cheated. No.
No.
Yeah,
I think the person who
cause
filed for divorce.
Oh,
What?
It's the divorce, bro.
It's the
okay.
divorce.
Ooh, we sound like 50-50. We gonna have to dive.
Oh,
All right, okay. So this is all right. This is what I this is so
no.
this
I got a question.
wait. No. We gonna
No,
do that.
no.
We gonna do that. Wait. We gonna get into that. So this is what I want to happen.
I want
I
to
need
hear it.
this what I need to happen. So I need my fighters Dre and Mike Joe to go to the blue corner, and I need my fighters, Big Dave and Chef Joe. I need y'all to report to the red corner. We on the fence about this. So those who feel like it starts at cheating, I want you to defend your premise first, though. So I think that would have been the lighter complexion of my group. Chef and Dave. y'all on the side of the person who said, see, I'm in the middle, even complexion wise, I'm still in the middle. Because even though those two brothers ain't on camera, they are the darker ones of this group. So I'm still in the middle, I'm cinnamon orange and whatnot, but I'm still in the middle of this placement. So I guess I'm
That's
new.
stupid.
So what I want Chef
I'll start it
Joe.
off. I know you're going.
All
So,
right, let's go. Defend your placement.
so the house you paid for, the house you worked so hard to fix, you come home and your wife in there fucking like a goddamn cheerleader in your goddamn bed. You ain't gonna divorce her? Hell, I might be in jail before I do that, but I'm just saying. I'm
hey,
just
that
saying.
shit
But
right there came first. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the reason and the starting cause of you even going to think about divorce.
I was just about to add that in there. I was about to
Eric,
say that's fair because technically the act of the cheating is kind of what set it all in motion.
yeah,
All right, look.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. Okay, now let me give my other fellas time. Let me fight for their premise. All right, Dre, Mike Joe, what y'all?
All
Come
right.
on, man. Y'all
All right.
said it starts with this filing of the divorce.
First, I'm gonna say this. I'm not
Go ahead.
saying I would do that. I'm not saying
Okay.
I would take them that, but by the definition, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying, by marriage, it's saying through, like you said earlier, through sickness and through health, through
Mm,
rich and through poor and
Yep.
through
I
up
ain't
and
saying nothing
through
about
down.
cheating, goddamn it.
That's
mm.
what I'm saying.
I
Like it
ain't
say
saying
through
nothing about
up.
no fucking
That's for
cheating.
It
that's
say
that's
Hey,
it,
so
damn.
what
That's all the
happened?
way on the
What
worst
happened?
side, though.
She
That's on
been
the worst
sick
side.
trying to get injected with some of that get well medicine.
it said
Shit.
through ups and through downs. They mean you should stay with your partner, not really no matter what. So
Hey,
you
All
it
right.
making a
means that
commitment to stay with
it
them
means
through
that, and
all of that.
yeah, like how you say through the
Right.
definition. But I'm gonna tell you now. As soon as you do that, I'm out. Now I agree. I agree with what I said as far as the whole. Hey, by definition or whatever. But I'm going to leave. But
Man,
it
fuck
starts
that
with
damn
divorce.
definition.
It starts with I think it's divorce though.
I'm starting to feel a little hypocrisy coming from the darker side.
I'm telling you.
Whoa, so my brother said they pointed out a point about, you know, biblically, you know, you said for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Right now, this cheating is a worse situation for most people. That's what we dealing with. They saying you shouldn't, but then both of these brothers also said they not putting up with it. So I'm a little confused here. It sounds like we all in agreement, actually.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Ms. Amos said that biblically cheating is a sin. 10 Commandments.
It is.
So, but we said commitment. So, do people actually tell a person in their commitments? Well, I guess it depending on how you lay your vows out. I'm assuming this is how this is going to go. I guess if you take that vow of exclusivity, monogamy to it, then I would say that's where you're first breaking the commitment then. Because if you vow to, you know, monogamy, then you would be the first one to break the commitment. Technically, definitively, you would be the first one. Now, am I out of pocket by saying that if she then filed, now y'all in a two wrongs don't make a right type situation? If you guys are choosing to walk the biblical path, both of y'all wrong now.
Wait, say that one more time.
If he broke the commitment first, because y'all took a vow and part of y'all vow was the exclusivity, which was your monogamy, which means that you would then have broke the commitment first. But then she come behind you and then file for divorce. Would this now be a situation of two wrongs not making a right?
At that point, I don't think nobody thinking about the biblically or they did this all in
I ain't asking. I'm not asking where y'all mind at. I'm asking you because y'all.
Ain't no y'all. It's a dark
things about definition. So now I want to have an understanding. Are both people considerably wrong? Now, me, I don't believe in right or wrong. Y'all know how I get down. I said considerably. This is considerably. For those who walk heavily these moral paths, would that not be considerably both parties being wrong?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
I'm just asking now.
But the question is, who was wrong first?
The motherfucker who cheated. What the fuck you mean?
Okay, listen. I'm just asking, man. I you know, me personally, I think. Because if we talking about being accountability, then the person who's doing the cheating gonna have to own up and say, "Yo, you fucked it up first," and then you put that person in a position now to. Because I always say that you can't blame people, you can't blame other people for your bad behavior. So if you do something, because we're talking about trauma, right? And let's be real with this. Most women they're gonna tie their respect. And since we doing biblical, we doing. I don't really like going biblical because that ain't really my book of building, but for conversation purposes, and I'm very diverse and I could do this. But biblically speaking, you set a placement. You gave your vows and you said you was gonna be this. And biblically speaking, it says for women to, you know, respect their husbands. It says for men to love their wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is once you go to cheat on that woman, you now challenge her trusting you. And I'm going to tell you right now, trust is going to run right there with respect for women. Broke that trust, you have now lost her respect, which means now you're definitely putting yourself in the realm of now walking towards divorce. What y'all think about that?
Well, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So that man kind of would have set that on that pathway. Being honest. Mm-hmm. So I kind of can't blame the woman now for reacting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so I'm gonna throw a curveball.
Let's go.
Let's say you cheated on her first, and then she went and cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take it back? Question to everybody: would y'all take it back, or would y'all,
I think those people need to stay together.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna be honest.
they equal at that point. They equal at that point. But earlier y'all talking about like ups and downs and the vows and shit. Like with the vows, when you say you're gonna be together through the ups and downs, and you walk in, you witness some motherfucker in that damn with his fucking meat up and down. You going how many days it gonna be between that and the time you cheat or divorce? For your meat to go up and down, and you not think about that motherfucking meat going up and down like. Nah.
You don't know how they're gonna react either, though. Just
Exactly.
you reacting cool don't mean I'm gonna react like that.
I don't even think I would be able to enjoy it. I would have to just move on or find something else right away. Like I wouldn't be able to enjoy that. You got a visual picture.
Okay, look, ego that come into it. Okay. All right, let's move on. So because we were talking about since my team has said fuck them kids, I got a question. I want to know what roles do your upbringing play into your traumas of going into relationships now? What role do your upbringing? Because most people always say, man, they only do what they know. So it might be situations of, I'm just painting the picture, where that woman might not know how to treat that man because she never seen her mama keep a man or have a man or whatever may have you, or vice versa. That man may not know how to treat a woman because he may not have a father figure, whatever may have, he might not have a role model or some leadership or whatever within front of him, right? So what part does that play? Your upbringing.
I start off. For me, it played a big part. Like the last statement you said, like my father was there, but he was gone. But I never seen him in a committed relationship. So for me, like that's why I'm scared as hell to get in a relationship, because I don't know how to love properly, honestly. That's why I'm so damn scared. So for me, it played a big part. Like I just don't know.
Okay.
What y'all think about that? Mike Joe, what roles do your upbringing play in that, man? The way you go about, the way you approaching relationships today?
Actually, it don't really play none because I kind of form stuff on my own. Like I seen a lot, but I kind of developed my own way of going about things. So it'll play a part whether it was good or bad. But I still do stuff. I still doing my own. Just because this person did that a long time ago don't mean I'm gonna go do it, and don't mean I couldn't learn from that. Look how it destroyed, you know what I'm saying, that relationship over there. You know what I'm saying? So in the good or bad, it could, you know what I'm saying, play a part, but I'm not gonna do the same thing they did. But I said people who say something about it or be like, oh yeah, I don't know how to do this, I feel like it's an excuse.
Okay. Big Dave, man, what you think about that, man? What role do your upbringing play into the way you approach relationships today? Remember, I said we're a byproduct.
The way I approach things today relating to the way I was brought up. Our dad was never there. He was always on the road working. And he would come home Saturday and Sunday and leave back out again Monday. Like we hardly ever seen him. But on the weekends we seen him, it was like a 50-50. Either he was a straight asshole to all us, we had a great time. So like me, when I was a kid, on that Friday we'd go out to eat or something and we'd be around family and all. And I would either choose to spend the night over the weekend with some family I had versus going back home. And yeah, like I would go off the energy that it was when he came in. Like sometimes he would be great, sometimes he would act like he didn't even want to be around us. So, but as far as that plays and the way I do things nowadays, yeah, I feel like there's some days I don't want to be around people as far as like my kids, my wife, I like to have time to myself. But there's a lot of times where I feel like all my sacrifice throughout the week because I only get 2 days with my family. I work I work 2 and 3 jobs sometimes. So it's hard to get time with them. But I feel like I'm I'm the next generation and kind of what he was doing. But I try not to give my kids so much of a hard time when I'm feeling bad. Like I try to smile through all of it because I seen the errors of that way, and I try to carry on what I was raised and taught up, and and transpire it to my kids in a different way where I could have fixed those errors that I seen when I was coming up. So that's how I live my life. That's how I do it. I work all the time, but when I get time, I take my kids fishing, do things with my kids, and even if I'm feeling it, I try not to let them see it.
Okay. Dre, man, what you think, man? How's your upbringing affect the way you approach relationships today, man?
Oh, it affected a lot. Most of the time, well, really not all the time. Most of the time, kids going to grow up, doing what their parents did. Like a girl, for example, if she see her mom being a whole, having multiple dudes in the house or whatnot, what I'm saying, doing this, doing that. 9 times out of 10, she might do the same thing because she wasn't taught right, or her mama might teach her. What I'm saying, same thing, with a little boy. If he see his dad, being too emotional or being weak, and he's not taught, how to be a man, he's gonna be the same way. It's like a domino effect. Whatever he have kids, same thing. All like I said, all that ties into relationship trauma.
Okay. Yeah. So when I look back, when I look over the course of my life, and I look at the way that I approach things, I do see where not having certain things there do impact even the way that I go about it. So I do think that upbringing does play a part, but I also do believe that at a certain point in your life, we can't hold on to that.
Mhm.
Right? Like at a certain point in your life, like I understand what can set things on a certain path, but honestly, if I can identify what the issue was, that means I also can push towards the solution. So I might have seen my mother had a couple boyfriends or didn't get married or whatever may have you. Or my father wasn't around or they got divorced. I think my mom, my dad got divorced when I was probably like 3. I think that was about right, give or take. But I mean, I've seen it. Like I've seen like being in certain situations and ask myself, like, damn, man, I wonder what would somebody else do. Like try to put somebody else in the situation. You get what I'm saying? You know how they be like, what would Jesus do? I'd be like, well, what would somebody else do? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't say what would Jesus do. Because I always say what would anybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Like how would other people approach this situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, was I missing a tool that could have possibly helped me better the situation of, like I know with me, I was a quick temper person in the beginning. Like I was like tit for tat. Like the moment you showed me you didn't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck neither. And I learned that that sometimes that's the wrong way to go about it, because being there and having that will to work through it, or being there to be that understanding voice, also can make it a lot easier on the healing process. You get what I'm saying? But I used to be like, man, nah, man. The moment you show me you don't care, I don't give a fuck neither. Let's just play ball. Let's play. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that ain't the way to go, because it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna benefit. You just gonna end up breaking up or end up in divorce.
Hell yeah.
Piss you off now. You want to
Mhm.
piss her off. You want her to be as mad as you, or vice versa. It don't better things. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm a component that communication is gonna always be the critical point to success.
Mhm.
And with communication is where you're gonna learn your discernment of whether now y'all should be able to figure out maybe we shouldn't be together. Where we started, we was in a different place. Now we shouldn't
Right.
be together. This shit's stupid.
Mhm.
I
Sometimes that
mean,
will
you
come.
can't
Go ahead,
you
Big G.
can't be like fuck you and both of y'all be negative on the sides and expect to build anything positive off of that shit. You'll never
Mhm.
make it. You gotta have some kind of positive energy in your relationship because if not, it will not work.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Go ahead, Drake.
okay, but I got a question for Mike. Earlier, you said something about somebody making excuses, to be a certain way if that's how they grew up or whatnot. Do you think that's just how? Like, do you think that's just how they are?
Y'all boys mute up in between.
Okay.
Well, not Drake. You good. You talking. I'm talking about
Okay.
everybody else. Hey, hold up.
That Big Dave.
I got. Go ahead. You keep talking. I
I
got
ain't
you.
mean I ain't mean to make all that noise, man.
I was just saying, just mute up in between. You can just hit the mute button. That way you don't catch the background. You good? Cause I forgot I could control it on my end too, so I could have just muted. But you good? Go ahead, Dre. You had a question for Mike. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, like he said something about somebody making excuses, for not wanting to change or whatnot. As a matter of fact, Kev, I think you had that in one of your questions. Like, do you think they making excuses or that's just how they are? You know what I'm saying? Like they not, pretending that's just them because they wasn't raised right.
It go it. I feel like
But some
basically
people
like
just
what
messed
Kevin
up.
what yeah, but what kind of what Kevin said. You can only use. I feel personally, I'm not gonna. You shouldn't hold on that to the rest of your life because I get it. Like I used to say that as far as like twins or when I get in a relationship, I kind of had like, yeah, this happened when I was little, whatever. But shit, I'm 35 now, so I look at it like, yeah, why would I use that? To me, if I say that, I'm using it as an excuse just to kind of get them to be quiet or something. Like I learned how to deal with it. Basically, like, okay, they did this, I know how to go about it now.
Okay, so you think age can play a factor in it too? Like whatever
Definitely.
they're like, like teen,
You
like
could
early 20s or whatnot.
everybody's different. So I
Hmm.
feel like personally, like, you get over when you get over. It could be young, it could be, you damn near 70 or 80, or you never get over it. It all depends on the person.
Hmm.
Me personally, I look at it as being really an excuse because I'm too old to be like, okay, yeah, my daddy cheated, and I'm gonna cheat too. I don't know how to not to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I look at it
Hmm.
as an excuse.
All right.
I can't say that. So it all
Okay.
depends on the people and situation. I feel,
I
my
got you.
opinion.
I got you. I got you.
So right now that was pretty good because right now you actually was diving into the next question, which I got scrolling at the bottom, which was at what point do we take accountability for our lack of discernment? So when you're getting into these relationships, and you got some people that just love to blame the other person, and they never take the time to look in the mirror and say, "Nah, nigga, you the fuck up." Like I would say this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it is truth to when people say the person you are in a relationship at that moment do resemble where you are at that time. I do but think they do reflect you in a sense. That's why you tolerate and put up with them, even if it's foolishness. I do believe they do resemble. I'll say resemble. I ain't gonna make it totality. I will say that they do resemble who you are at that moment. What y'all think about that? Or y'all think I'm off? What y'all might think I'm off. Y'all might be like, nah, Kel, you tripping. That ain't my mirror.
Nah, I agree with that. I mean,
Hmm.
at some point, I guess like you gotta kind of grow up, man. Like with certain stuff, I don't think you should be like have the same mind frame or go about the same way and you going on 50, 60 years old.
Hmm. All right.
Big Dave, what you think about that, man? What I just said, man.
Like kind of what he said, people evolve. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you should be in the same stage of your life your whole life. I feel like you should evolve. You should grow up. You should move on. You should always set goals and keep going. But as far as discernment goes with relationships, I feel like you know people people can damn kind of absorb what another person's putting off. Like my old lady when we first got together, she was all nice, happy, upgoing and shit. And now she's kind of like me. Some good ways, some bad ways, but we butt heads and we resolve things at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Okay. Chef Joe, what you think about that, man?
I get what y'all saying about evolving, growing up and all that, but sometimes people can be fearful because they never seen it. Like you can try to outgrow it, but it's still fear in the back of your mind, like it never worked or such and such. So, at points you still gotta take accountability, but you always gonna have that fear in the back of your mind.
Oh man,
I
listen,
say
y'all.
everybody different, bro. That's why I say like everybody different. It ain't gonna be the same for everybody.
Oh man, it's boy. Like, listen, this thing is falling together so in sync. It's almost like we rehearsed this. Chef Joe, that was the next question. Chef Joe, are some people just afraid of change?
Mm-hmm.
Chef Joe, introduce it. So when it comes to this trauma aspect of it, of why some people leave or why some people put up with it, right? Is it fear? Like, do some people stick around in a relationship that they know this shit, man? This ain't for me, because they're afraid to change. Maybe they're afraid to get out there and restart over, do something different. Or the fear could be
Well, that
on
person,
why they can't even commit. They might be so afraid of getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it on both sides. So if when y'all apply it, kind of speak to both ends. The fear of a person not leaving and the fear of why a person don't even stick around. Why they run so quickly? Let's talk to the people.
I'll start since I brought it up. Fear of leaving. I mean, that can go different plays. Like you can fear the person because they might come after you and kill you, or like you say, you might be fear of starting all over again. Like that's a big change. Like damn, I got to get my life back together. Like you know how long it took me to build this life. Now I got to go start over again. Like you can change that. Fear far as relationship, get into one. Shit, you still can be emotional damage, hurt, and all that, and just scared somebody to go. I won't say waste your time, but like if you've been, I would say waste your time. Like you scared, like everything going good, then boom, somebody they disappear or stop communicating and all that. Like damn, all this time I wasted, I could have been just doing me.
Okay. Dre, what you think about that, man? Some people are just afraid of change. Let's talk about them. I want you to talk about both ends. The person who afraid to get out the relationship and the person who afraid to commit.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like I can only speak, from my experience. What I've been through. Like sometimes most people they scared to leave a relationship because of the time they put into somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's necessarily starting over. It's just that when you put time and effort and money, and connections into somebody, like it makes you harder to walk away from that person.
So that would be the
You know
afraid
what I'm
of
saying?
change. That would be the fear of
Yeah,
change.
right. Because of the time you put it almost like you buy a car. Like you put thousands of dollars in this car, thousands of dollars. It'd be hard for you to want to sell. Like, damn, I did this, I did that. You know. So that's what I think. I just think sometimes it's just the amount of time and things you put into somebody would make it harder for people to change and walk away. Because the most precious things that you can't get back is time.
Yes, sir.
That's your most precious joy is time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Big Dave, what you think about that, man? Hit it on both ends, man. Are some people just afraid to change?
All right, so I feel like being comfortable in a relationship for the wrong reasons is just not good. All right, so if you with somebody for
Wait. Before you dive in there, can you give me an example? What would be a wrong reason?
so if a woman's in a relationship for years and years, not for the love and the commitment of the relationship, but the financial
Woo.
part that the relationship gives her to make her advance and make her to be able to be comfortable in life. What if she's scared to leave that versus leaving the love and commitment? Like you,
Nah, I
she's
think she
just
just
in
gonna
it.
stay for
She's
the
just
money
in
and
it
just
for
and cheat.
exactly. She's
Is
just,
that
she's
for
just in it for
security?
years and years, get hers on the down low, and then go on about her business one day. While the man is working his fucking life away and being blind to shit, like she going out living her life and enjoying his money.
Prenup.
I feel like, yeah. I feel like that's just a bad situation. That's a situation I wouldn't want to be in. But yeah, personal experiences. I've seen things go that way, and it's different from what a lot of people see. Like there's women out there that actually do that. Like they see you out there living your life, getting money, and they want some of what you getting, but they don't want that love and commitment that you trying to give them. And I feel like a lot of men fall for that shit.
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Like a lot of men experience that fake love, and it just keeps transpiring, and they out there blind to the shit because they out there working, still doing what they've been doing, and they feel like there's love and commitment, but it's not love and commitment. It's because you giving her all this shit and making her comfortable throughout her life.
Kevin's perspective says fear is a feeling, but it's also a choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I could have done a lot of things in my life differently, but this is where I'm at now. I mean, I'm happy with what's going on now, man, but I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I done threw 10 years of my life away trying to please another woman and trying to make her happy. And if you feel like you're wasting your time that fourth or that fifth year, you are. Why sit there and double your time? Go ahead and get the fuck out.
I'm gonna come back to what you just said about that time thing, but I'm gonna let Mike ask some questions first. So, Mike, what you think, man? Are some people just afraid? I want you to answer from both sides, man. I want you to hit it from the fear of not committing because you're afraid of things going bad, but also being afraid to leave a situation because you're afraid of change or whatever that you think might come out. What you think, bro?
Me personally, I feel just if I got a feeling of some type fear, I shouldn't be in a relationship. I shouldn't be doing really anything. If I got any type of fear, why am I going along with something else? I'm basically gonna waste somebody else's time. I shouldn't be bringing fear. I shouldn't be bringing in something from my past into something new.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Okay. I hear you. All right. So Big Dave, but the question is for everybody, but Big Dave brought up he stated that he threw away 10 years of his life. So the question that I was gonna ask was, are you throwing away a situation because you had so much time in? Are you actually throwing the situation away?
Yeah, exactly. Like we had a whole system built, you know what I'm saying? Like we do things different ways. And my first one though, like on that half of that 10 years was because of the child. The child made me stay double the time I would have stayed if I would have been just by myself.
Okay. Dre, what you think about that, man? You put time in. You put 10, 15 years in, man. And you choose to call it quits. Are you throwing away something? Or like what is this? Is this failure at this point? What is this?
Yeah, at some point it is a failure. You just have to try to the game and walk away. And that's why I say it's hard to do that. Like I said, you put so much time and effort into somebody. It's harder. It's hard. Like my man just said, he said he had a child. Been together how long? 10 years. It's hard to walk away.
But like you say, he stayed. I don't know, Big Day, you stayed for your kid, right? I mean, so I know that put a lot of mental and stress on your mental.
Exactly. Exactly.
Chef Joe, what you think about that? Is that throwing it away? You put all the time in, and all of a sudden, we can't work this shit out, man. We got to call it quits. Are you is that throwing it away? You just throwing away? People use it when they say it, they be like throwing away 15 years. Like, do you look at it as throwing it away?
I'd rather throw away 15 years and live the best of my life the rest of the time than the goddamn shit. Fuck that. Like Dre say, time is the most important thing. Like, if I wasted fucking 15 years, I'm not gonna waste no goddamn more. Bye. Shit.
All right, Joe, let me ask you this. You know, so what if it's worth fighting for though? Like it's something there that can be fixed.
In 15 years and we ain't fixed that shit, fuck that shit. You got 15 years and you ain't find out what's the root of the issue. Well, I'm still gonna say.
You're right. But what if we just
so are you saying though you are gonna do whatever it takes up until that point though, right? Like you're gonna counseling, all this other stuff like that. Even when you get to the point where you feel like, well, you to the point where you like, yo, this right here ain't nothing about to come out of this. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Joe, man, what you think about this, man? That question I asked, man. Are you throwing? Is that you throwing it away? You know, you done got 5, 10, 15, 20 years in, man, and you figure you came to the place where, man, this shit ain't gonna work. Are you throwing this? Is this just? This just throwing it away.
I guess you say it's throwing it away, but I feel like I'm not. It wasn't really a waste of time. At the end of the day, even if the relationship didn't work, it still helped me. I grew from that relationship, whether it was good or bad. So with that growth, I made change to myself to see like to be better. So, I'm gonna be better for the next relationship. With my growth comes change, and with me changing, I grow from it. So it was.
I mean, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
So yeah, I'm on the lines of what Mike Joe said. I don't look at it as throwing it away, but I also, like I keep saying, I don't look at life as a destination. I look at life as a journey, and I believe that everything you endure, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I love the fact that I went through my first marriage the way that I went through my first marriage. I learned a lot. It played a very intricate part in development. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think this was a waste because I ain't dead. I'm better for the next situation. You get what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as a waste. I think that was just a 10-year learning experience, a 5-year learning experience. You get what I'm saying? Like I think it just grooms you for the next situation, right? That's like, to me, I look at it when I hear people say throwing it away, right? I put it in this realm, and I use this realm only because this is what I do. I've been training for a big fight coming up. I get into the fight. I done put 2 years training. I decided to go pro. I get out there, MMA, boom, boom, boom. I made it to the octagon. Get out there. I get my ass whooped. That man beat the shit out of me. For me to then look at it and say, damn, I wasted 2 years of training. It's like, did you really waste 2 years though? Was it a waste? Just because it didn't go
your way,
the way you wanted it and how it's expected, do you look at it as a failure though? Because I don't look at it as a failure.
No.
I know some people would say that. They'll be like, yo, a successful marriage would be a marriage that stayed intact. Which I agree with that in the sense of that particular marriage, right? I would say, yeah, I agree. That in that particular situation, it would be a failure because that one didn't work. I'll accept failure only for just that portion. But I don't look at it as me failing in life, though. I'm like, it groomed me, made me better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's where I stand when, they come to that part.
Oh yeah, lesson learned, man.
All right, let me see. What's next one? All right, this right here. I'm gonna put it up. I want y'all to read it too when I do put it up there. Let's get into this thing right here. Do we love toxicity in relationships? Now, I felt this question. Let me get my breakdown before y'all boys start. I felt this question was appropriate. Because everybody love to act like they so positive and they on this up and they doing what's best and all this other stuff like that. But guess what? We like shit to be a little wild sometimes. Sometimes we positive, like for instance, me and Big Dave, me and Big Dave do security. We're part of the same security team. We do security on the weekend, right? And even though we could be as positive brothers as we want to, we wear our glasses and we look quite intellectual, we can uphold certain conversations, but we got a little thrill for some shit to go left. Gotta be, we get a little excited because Dave was just saying this morning before we got off. He said all the white came out of him, and he was ready to fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even when in relationships, I just gotta ask the question. Let's see if we gonna be honest. Do we love toxicity just a little bit?
Yeah.
You ain't lying, man.
I want us to dive into this thing, man.
Especially to make up for it later.
Try to see. I want y'all to answer it, but I want y'all to try to explain why y'all think either y'all personally or why y'all think other people love it, right? So, Chef Joe, I'm gonna start with you, man. What you think, man? Do we love toxicity out here, bro?
Well, I can't say from my personal experience because hell, I've been single so damn long. But
it's all right. You like toxic shit? You because you in Atlanta. You like them ignorant hoes, ain't it?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I want you to address why you like them ignorant hoes so much. Come on.
Sometimes, you know, I don't have a boring life, but sometimes make your life exciting. Like, oh, you on some dumb shit, you motherfucker. You know, you could talk shit and all that shit, but that's it. I mean, it's for the thrill. Some people like it for the thrill.
So you out here thrill searching with your relationships, huh?
I mean, hey, I'm single, nigga. I'm in Atlanta too. I mean,
okay. Dre, what you think about that, man? Do we love toxicity out here?
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, you know, you will make up for it later. You know what I'm saying? In the bedroom. So yeah. But to a certain extent.
So you saying, man, you like the makeup sex part. You know what I'm saying? Makeup and you know, make it all worthwhile.
In a way.
Okay, you like the makeup part. Mike Joe, what you think about that, man? We love toxicity out here.
Man, I used to love it, not no more, bro. See, the thing is, I got high blood pressure, man, and I ain't trying to make my blood. I ain't trying to run that shit up, so I don't got time for that toxicity shit, bro. Nah, not right now, bro.
oh shit.
Mike, you said you ain't got time for toxicity no more, huh?
Not right. Hell no. I did that in my 20s, boy. I'm good now.
Too many issues to come along with. Okay. Big Dave, Big Dave, come on, man. Talk to me, man. We love the toxicity, man.
Yeah, like I said, like you said earlier, we be on a lot of toxic shit in our lives. For some reason, toxic shit always has entertained me. As far as button heads, the makeup sex, shit like that shit turned me on versus a bitch who got her shit together. Maybe she might be a doctor, a lawyer, you know, her whole schedule all the time, you know, how she gonna act this and that versus a visit you think gonna act good one day and that day is her off day and you end up having to damn put both hands around her neck while you damn hit it from the back, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that shit right there entertains me a whole lot more than a bitch that got her shit together. So I'm gonna have to go with like, hey, toxic shit. That shit entices me.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
That's a whole lifestyle.
I would talk about this the other day, man. Like as men, we don't like to admit it. We always say, "Oh, these hoes this, these hoes that," but we all like hoes. In a way, we all like hoes and sluts.
Oh, I'll be the first to admit that.
So one thing I used to always say, like you know, when I would hear you hear them boys from the West Coast used to be like, yo, we don't love them hoes. I used to always disagree with that. That's a lie. No, we love them hoes.
No, exactly. We might not want to marry one, but
and the reason why, and it's all right, we're gonna have to break this down. We're gonna break it down because I don't want to misconstrue a message. It's a thrill that we are searching for, and realistically, it's kind of like what the old school cats say about it. Because it ain't really now. When I say we love them hoes, I don't mean we want a full on like slut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's kind of like
you ain't want to get A's, man, while you dipping your shit.
You want a cheese type situation, right? So it's like you want her for when it comes to you for your presence of that placement, you want her to be that for you, right?
Right.
So you want her to be as wild, and you know we want to do it. That's why I always say that when it comes to people when people talk about their sex drive, like if you get with somebody and they know you got a high sex drive, it'll be a very fucked up thing, whether you're the man or the woman, to not be able to adhere to the way that they drive is set up because
Bluetooth, honey.
I'm not even
I
talking
mean,
about because you're
really though, who wants to fuck a dead body? You gotta have some life. You gotta feel something. If you don't feel nothing, and we ain't clicking. I'm gonna keep on there, getting it, move on.
So I got two questions that's gonna kind of follow this up real quick. One, because up here we just weak men giving our perspective on it. But do y'all think that women love toxicity just as much?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit, there been plenty of times when I've been kicking it from the back, you know what I'm saying? And hey, I put one hand around there, she grabbed my other hand, you know what I'm saying? Damn, she want to feel the grip of both of them. I mean, the toxicity drives a lot of shit.
Chef Joe, you think women love toxicity too?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Joe, what you think, man? You think women love this toxicity out here too, man?
They're the one who calls it.
Yeah,
For real.
They thrive on that.
If you ain't doing shit, they will do shit. Straight up.
Kevin's perspective said that Chef Joe is in the toxic capital of America. Man, he is in Atlanta. That's all they know, toxicity. And a few other cities like Houston, LA, New York, them type of areas. But yeah, so I think that I think we do. I think we don't like to admit it up front because everybody tries to act like they're so positive that we don't. What attracts you is kind of like what Chef Joe said earlier about like opposites attracting. Like we like wild shit from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean like we wanted to be like dysfunctional, like the way when she come in the house, y'all cussing each other out, like, "Hey, bitch, shut up!" She like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" Like, not to that.
Hey, you can't sit there and lie though about damn when she come at you with that fucking energy. You don't want to just put one hand on the other side and go to town.
But
I feel like some of them like that makeup sex. You gotta have that makeup sex in your relationship. If not, that shit ain't a relationship.
but I came into a introspective that might need to help change some people's perspective. If it makes sense. I came into an introspective that might need to make some people change their perspective. There is no such thing as a little bit toxic. You either toxic or you not. So when Meek Mill told y'all niggas it was levels to this, I disagree. I think you just either toxic or you not, and you really can't control how far motherfuckers gonna go with it. So you might like a little bit of this, but toxic is toxic. Because if you look at the definition of what toxic is, that poison, because that's typically what toxins typically will be. That poison typically, it might start off small, but then it bleeds to be greater. So we might look at it as something small, right? That's why I said this is kind of to adjust the perspective a little bit. But there's no little bit. So with that being said, of my understanding, do that mean we kind of just like fucked up shit as people? Since we all agree that we all, men and women, like toxic shit.
When she make the highest noise to the pain when y'all getting it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, for some reason, that's why I'm at. That's why I'm at. When that hook hitting things, other niggas can't hook like shit. That's why I'm at.
So what about outside of sex though?
Outside of sex, it's all a mind game. It's all a mind game after that. I mean, if your mind and her mind clicking on the same damn levels, I mean, that's a whole nother experience. When y'all opposites, you ready to fuck shit up and she's ready to go down and shake somebody's hand and say, "Hey, nice to meet you." I mean, that shit ain't good, but my old lady, like 7 years, that shit transformed her. Even around family, she's like, shit, anybody can get it just because me and her together. I transpired to her. She don't let nobody talk foul about my name and I'm the same way with her. And we all good at family functions all the time.
All right, I got a statement. I want to see what y'all reaction is to this statement. So we walking the lines of talking about trauma and the things that typically create. Mrs. Amos said that Big Dave, she just in the moment, that she was addressing that. But I got a statement. When it comes to people in relationships, and y'all know some people like to set standards and all this other stuff like that, right? I believe, this is me personally, I believe that standards are only set for people you really don't like. And I'm talking about in the realm of your non-negotiables. And the reason why I say this, like I said, this is an introspective that might need to help adjust some perspective. That most people, because most people when they start saying what they won't accept and the things they won't put up with, it don't really exist right there if they really, really like you. Right? Like I see when people really like you, a lot of that shit that they even put up as a non-negotiable, they deal with all of that. All that shit go out the window. So it makes me say that they only set these standards for the people who they don't like. What y'all think about that? That's just my opinion. What y'all think about that?
Agreed.
Big I'm going to you
Agreed.
first. Think about that. That a lot of these women only giving you these standards of what they not willing to accept and all this other shit just because they don't really like your ass like that. Because if you the guy, if you that dude, you in there, regardless of what she's talking about. What you think about that?
Shit, you right on that. Like standards is foreset by the person. All right, like if they say, "Oh, your appearance ain't this and that," but your attitude this and that, shit, you got a 50% chance of hitting that shit. And that's just being real. Like you could be the ugliest motherfucker, but if you go out and put that persona on that they want and them things that they need, it'll be right there at your hand. So with that being said, like me and my old lady, we've been together for 7 years. And we got a crazy fucking story, man. Like the way we started, I was married and she was married. And we was both these other side piece. I didn't like a lot of shit the way my shit been going, and she felt the same. So me and her linked up one day and solved all that. And like I said, damn, the strongest relationship I've ever had in my life has been built 7 years later.
All right, now I gotta ask this question because me and you work together, so I've heard this already. I gotta ask you this. This is a personal question I'm gonna ask you. You know how like the older people always had a saying. They used to always say, "You lose them how you get them," right?
Ooh, boy, you took words out of my mouth.
Is the way that y'all start? Do that make you fearful that y'all might actually end the same way that y'all began, of being married and then y'all were each other's side pieces? Do that not make you like somewhat afraid? Like, are you not afraid of that?
Like when me and her first started off, shit, we was deep in. Like she was married, living her life. I was married, living my life. But every time that we had things going on with our spouses, we felt like we was cheating on each other. And when it gets to that point, it's just like, damn, we married to this person. Ain't no way it could be like that, but it can. Like when you really into a person, it gets like that.
But do that make you afraid?
Sometimes, no, I ain't never afraid. Shit. For instance, I had that motherfucker damn trying to find me, say he was gonna kill me. Yeah, to me and y'all, I'm still breathing. But that day that I found out, I posted my location every second of the day that I was moving, just in case that he was gonna act upon it. Go ahead,
With
I'm
that
here.
type of shit, huh?
Exactly. I ain't never been scared. You should know that because me and you work together.
Yeah, with all that toxic shit, I understand. But see, that's an interesting point though, and the
Look
only reason why I asked that is because when a lot of people walk that realm of talking about vows, some people might look at that and say, well, damn, how do you know you can kind of trust a situation because you're talking about two people who are married and both of y'all were choosing to break y'all vows and y'all be with each other. Then y'all got out both of y'all situations and then y'all got married to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Most people would
Hey,
be,
as far
they might,
as far as
that would
as
scare a
far
lot
as
of
the
people.
trust boundary, as far as the trust boundary goes,
Mm-hmm.
like there's been a lot of times when we ain't trusted each other. There's been times where she's been married, but I've been pretty much building her whole life to come home to my house, and shit happened, but we still together. Like I never visually seen anything, but I heard some things that could disturb a normal man's brain. But we still here together, and we put that shit in the past. Like her, she was married. I was married at the same time, so it was like I couldn't really get mad at her for what was going on. Like when you married and you active, things is gonna happen, and you can't really get mad at what they doing if they a side piece and you decide, hey, one day y'all want to get together.
Okay. I feel you. I see. All right. So this next question is definitely for y'all. Because I know
Well,
y'all do this. I might have participated in it a couple times in my life, but I know y'all. I know for a fact y'all do this. So we were talking about standards, right? So this is just a question I wanted to ask just guys, right? Like what their opinion is. Are you wrong for creating a nice guy courting experience to women you don't want a relationship with?
Oh
Oh, y'all
shit.
motherfuckers laughing to y'all. That's how I know y'all motherfuckers understand what I'm
Man.
getting at. So I'm gonna repeat it one more time. This right here was a pop-up, so I ain't had this already on my joint. But are you wrong for creating a nice guy courting experience for women you don't want?
Um,
I'm gonna get Mike Joe in first, man. Mike Joe been quiet for a little while. Let me
I
make
ain't
sure.
lying. You over here got
Let me make sure Mike's still awake on the other end. Mike, I know you. Like me and you go back now. Me and you been rocking for a very, very, very long time, and I've seen you do this. You've seen me do this. So I gotta ask the question, man. Hey, man, are
Yeah.
you wrong for creating a nice guy courting experience for women that you know you don't want to be with? So we talk about trauma,
Man,
right?
look,
We talk about trauma, and this is a trauma building type of experience for the women. This particular question. This is me trying to hold the women down of understanding. So I'm on y'all side only for this particular one. Don't think this whole show is this way. But just
I
for
need
this particular instance, I'm trying to understand for them.
I need you to just specify that a little bit before I answer, so I make sure I say the right thing.
Oh, okay. So when I say
nigga
creating
buying
a
shoes,
no,
buying
I
gear.
got it. I got it, Chef
Oh,
Joe. I got it. So when I say creating, because I'm using these words very, very, very meticulously, right? Creating a nice guy courting experience, right? So when you meet this young lady, you get with this young lady, you doing things like making her feel like she the only one. Y'all ain't fully there yet. You taking her on all these nice dates and treating her so special. She's in a placement of Aladdin and Jasmine. You know that a whole new world. Only
Oh,
while
come
she with
on,
you.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like she feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you making her feel like she's special. She the only one right now. But you know you really don't want to be with her. We've done this. We've all done this. Are
lie.
you wrong for doing that when you know you don't even want to be with that woman, making her feel like that, hyping her up? You basically like her hype man. Yeah, it's like a game of Tetris. You building that bitch up only to break her right back down.
God damn.
Oh yeah, I use these words, Marshall.
If I never said we
Oh,
were to
Mike, that ain't good. You starting off stuttering now. Hold up, now get it right. Now hold up, Mike.
no,
Whoa.
I try to make sure I try to make sure I get it right. If I never said we were together, then no, I'm not wrong because that's how I am. I am cool. I am nice. I'm laid back. You know what I'm saying? I that's what I do. The stuff I was doing, that's what I do. If I never said we were in a relationship, then I'm not wrong. I'm a nice person. Yeah, I like to go eat. I like to eat. You can come along. You know what I'm saying? We can Oh, I like to go see this movie. Oh shit, you can come along. Shit, we all go to group stuff. We can go. I mean, I wasn't wrong for it. I don't think so.
So that you know they got a term for this now, right? And really on my list when I got my questions written out, actually the first question that I had laid out was, is love bombing real? Because they call this love bombing. This is what they call it. But because I was talking to so many people on the regular, they didn't even know the uses of the term. I didn't want to introduce it as the term of love bombing. So that's why I figured out another way to just word the question. But this is the term that they call it. They call this love bombing. That you going in making them feel like giving them that feeling of they in love, and then all of a sudden you just palm on their motherfucking ass like, bitch, I don't love you, I don't even fuck with you like that.
See, I didn't do that unless they came off at me wrong. Down that hole, you know what I'm saying? We ain't guess. So what's the problem? What's the issue?
So what would be coming at you wrong?
You know, you come with that your whole attitude, demeanor, wanting to fight me and stuff. I mean, why are you doing this?
So just to be on the correct side, are you saying that you were doing things like spending a lot of time with her?
I never spent a lot of time. If I had free time, then all right, we can kick. If nobody else kicking, we good.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, you taking her on certain dates, buying her some sneakers. They say, people got this old saying about you should buy shoes. You know what I'm saying? They'll walk out your life. These old people say, I ain't superstitious now. I'm just throwing this out here because these are just cliches that people say. So people say you should never buy people shoes. They'll walk out your life. Old people always say stuff like that. But were you making her feel like she was a special woman?
So you telling me? So me buying you a pair of shoes gonna make you feel like you mine? Maybe I like to see these shoes on you. Maybe I got a deal. Maybe I got a 2-for-1 deal. What's the issue, man?
I didn't think it was a 2-for-1.
Why are you counting my pockets, man? Come on now.
So I got another question, but I want the other people to get in before I do this. I got another question for that. Big Dave, man. I know you've done this before, Dave. Now, because Dave, now you look like to me, and from my experience with you spite me as somebody who was probably a slut monkey in their past date, right? When I say slut monkey, when I say the term slut monkey, that means you was out here hoeing a little bit yourself, right? So
when I was in my past day, man, shit, stemming off in high school, like I used to get it in.
so this is my thing though. So that's the question, right? Are you wrong though? Do you see wrong in creating this nice guy persona within the courting realm with a woman you don't want to be with though? Or do you consider it just a game?
My thing is, ain't no playing no games when it comes to that right there. Like, you be yourself. If they don't fucking like you, then fuck them. They ain't need that dick no way. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be yourself within every situation. Ain't no need to play no nice guy persona. If you an asshole, be an asshole, man. Like, you don't got to go nowhere around that. That to me, like an outsider, like a woman coming in, if she didn't like what she seen and she didn't decide, hey, that's what I want to make happen, she would have never came at you in the first place. So why put on a whole nother persona from what she seen as an outsider? Because all them bitches been outsiders. All of them. They've been all looking at you coming along in life. Like, if they present themselves to you, they seen how you been. Why put on an act? Be yourself.
All right. Dre, come on, man. I know you done did this, Dre. I know you done did this, Dre. Are you wrong, man, for creating this nice guy persona when you know you don't want to be with this woman? You taking her on dates, you buying her these meals, you spending all this time with her. You know what I'm saying? Are you wrong? Come on, Dre, talk to me.
I mean, yeah, you wrong, but I'll be honest with you, Kev, I ain't never did that a day in my life. I did never. I never. If I don't fuck with you, I just ain't gonna talk to you no more. I'm just stop fucking with you like for real.
See, Dre, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that one because you're a little younger. But these other millennials on this goddamn panel, I ain't giving them motherfuckers that at all. Because all the rest of them motherfuckers over 30. I know they. I give you that, Dre. I'm gonna give you that one. But the rest of them, Go ahead, you continue.
Like, yeah, I'm saying, like, I gotta like you, even though we not in a relationship. I gotta like you in order to do anything with you. If I don't like you, I'm saying ain't no need to put on nothing. I'm just stop talking to you. If I ain't feeling you like that, I might tell you, I might not tell you.
So Dre, let me ask you a question. So you ain't never been dealing with a chick, and she ain't never thought that y'all were closer than what it was.
Yeah, but that was her own fault though.
Wait.
No.
Hold up. Now we got to dissect it. Oh, Dre, you about to make me pull it back. Hold up. Now, why was this? Okay. First, let's walk it through. What were y'all doing? How was y'all interaction with each other?
Well,
because it sounded like you were saying what Mike Joe was saying, that if he didn't tell her that specifically, then it wasn't that. So I'm trying to understand what was going on.
I mean, just because you went out on like 2 dates, I mean, it shouldn't really mean much.
What else was you doing, Dre?
That's it. You just went on like a couple of days.
Were you spending your late nights on the phone talking to her?
Yeah.
You talking to her late nights?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. FaceTime.
So you was talking to her late nights. Did you buy it? You ever bought her anything? Outside of phone? You ain't never bought her no.
No.
Man, y'all gonna be sitting there building, man.
No, I ain't never brought it done. I ain't never let it get to that point.
So you was talking to her late nights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait. Chef Joe, come on.
Let's go.
Are you wrong for this? Creating this nice guy persona and giving a courting experience to a woman you don't want to be with.
Because I tell them from the beginning, I just want to be friends with benefits. So shit.
You know what? I can believe you. I believe you. You've always had an asshole way of delivering things. So I believe you.
Wait. We wasn't telling these girls. We wasn't telling them that when we was younger like that. We wasn't, bro. Straight up, man. And our twin, we ain't been telling them that.
First of all, y'all had good dating experience, nigga. I was single. I ain't never dated when I was that younger.
Yo, we wasn't Kevin. All right.
Mike, me and you was considered hoes, Mike. I'm not about to sit here and play this game with you, Mike. Now, Chef Joe I think Chef Joe on to a point, but me and you, Mike, we consider all things considered, we was considered hoes. It was a lot of women who claimed us and we didn't claim it. Mike, come on, Mike.
We was cool. We was cool, man.
Mike, I'm gonna even doing one better. I'm gonna throw a flashback picture of us up, right? And I'm gonna let the people judge, right? Like what we had looked like. Like, did we look like we were telling women the truth, right? We're gonna keep the conversation going because I gotta look through my archives. As soon as I come across my archives, I'm gonna throw this. But the whole point though, of what I'm trying to get at is because I want to see if do we ever think about it from the woman's point of view, right? Like,
I do. That's why I tell them I just want friends with benefit.
Like, I understand what we saying when we be like, I ain't told that girl me and her was like that. I ain't tell her we was being exclusive. I understand it. When I hear it, I get it because I know how we walk in the game. But do she understand it as that? Is the question. Because this is my thing. Because this is my thing. What are the things you doing considerably when you in a relationship?
Talking, dating, buying shit.
Like how Dre said, these late night conversations, she having to be the last voice you hear before you go to sleep, type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Breathing on the phone and shit.
Type shit.
Don't really mean much.
Falling asleep. The moments where you falling asleep and she's still holding on to the phone. She know you sleep. She hear you snoring a little bit, but she's still holding on to the phone. She just think it's so cute because I got
that don't really mean much, though, man.
I hear y'all. Y'all keep telling me this.
No, I agree with you. See, females are emotional creatures. Like, they get attacked fast. That's why I tell them up front. Y'all want to play them Mac games and shit. Hey, I just want to be friends with benefits. I ain't looking for nothing serious. I'm trying to do.
But that's the part, you know, that I'm asking though. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm asking exactly that. Like, how does that work? Like, are we wrong for doing that? Because a lot of us are doing that.
Well, who wrong?
But look at the shoes on the other foot though. If they were doing the same shit to us though, would we say we're in a relationship with them and they never said it?
Yes.
But do most women? But think about it. Most women are emotional. So do most women lead us to believe?
Nope.
I ain't saying none of them don't do it, but do most women actually lead us to believe that something is more than what it really is, though?
Nope.
No, women actually more honest than us, man. I'd admit
See,
that.
that's my point, though. Now I'm gonna bring a picture up, Mike. Don't be upset with me because it's me and you. It's me and you in this picture. Now I want y'all to say something. Do these two brothers right here look like? Do they look like they the type that would have been honest with women?
No.
Oh yeah, bro.
Come on, Mike. This right here is, you know, this is young Chevy. Look, that boy look handsome, boy.
See,
You know, that boy got them jewelry. Now these gentlemen right here look like they was being honest with them young ladies. This was about
what happened was,
Mike,
man.
now watch it now. Mike the one with his hand right there on his chin. Mike look like he's scheming away.
Man, yo. We weren't in relationships back then. Not from my understanding. Am I right?
But let's be honest. This is not a process that stops once we get out of high school now. Men continue to behave now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. Because and the reason why I'm asking, because a lot of women, one of the go-tos that women always say, he tricked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he changed on me. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't what he claimed he was. So that's why I'm asking about the whole nice guy persona. If you went into it making her feel like she was the one, and then you turned around and made her not feel like she was the one, are you at fault? I'm really just asking an accountability question.
No, how can you make somebody feel like that? What if you stayed the same way throughout?
So this would be the making her feel like it, right? What are things that you do when you're in a relationship with somebody? Oh, this is for everybody. Shout out a bunch of things you do when you're in a relationship with somebody. Come on, let me hear it. Everybody, let's go.
Shopping with them.
All right.
Talking on the phone.
All right.
Courting.
All right.
Damn.
Come on, keep going. The spending time with them. You know what I'm saying? You making all this time. You might go over her house a couple times out the week. The spending time with her, the laying up with her. Because most of y'all ain't gonna bust y'all nut and then haul ass out the door. No, you gonna cuddle a little bit. You gonna sit back. You might even fall asleep. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta at least get 2 nuts, man.
Come on now.
Like,
you gotta at least get 2 of them shit.
I'm not gonna do that.
It ain't no difference, man.
But that's my point. Now I agree with you that there's not no difference. But so my thing is, can you blame the woman that if you doing things that people do in a relationship for feeling like she's in a relationship with you?
All right, Kel, let me ask you this. So
come on,
you get a job interview and they made you look like you was gonna get the job. Does that mean you got the job?
No. Wait. I like that. Listen, I like that. But we got to be realistic. That ain't how them women brains work. And they're not going to treat it like that. Now, what you just said, I agree with you. As far as logic, I'm agreeing with you. Because I don't disagree with what Mike said. Like, I didn't tell you we was in a relationship. Like, to me, I think it has to be expressed verbally. I don't believe in making the assumptions. I agree with y'all. I'm a guy too. I agree with y'all. But women don't see it that way. So what I'm asking is, do we? Well, I'm gonna ask the question. Should we take the accountability on their behalf, Like, if I know I don't want to be with her, of treating her this way, or is this just how the game works and they just got to learn how to peep that motherfucker and accept it? What y'all think?
No, I think you should tell her if you
But
don't want to be
look.
with her.
But most of the time, say if you're talking to somebody and you are who you are, don't the question come up? Yeah, do you talk to? Yeah, who you talk to? That question don't come up at all.
Right, y'all got the question got to come up. Y'all got to
It got to
establish
cross
the issue.
some
You know what I'm saying?
something.
Not
Yep.
necessarily. Not necessarily. So if watch this, if that woman talking to you, right, and every time she talk to you, you able to answer her phone call, and when she call you, you always able to come over, and from her optics, you done
You
spent
ain't dealing with nobody.
over here. From her optics, why would she think there's somebody else when all your time, as far as what she see now, as far as what she see, nigga, she the only person.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far I'm talking about, as far as she see.
When you start getting
Well,
labels too,
I'm
my
just saying.
man, my this and that.
I've been here several times.
I got a
I
question.
know y'all boys done been, because most men know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm. I got a question though for everybody.
All right.
Would y'all like fuck a woman or fuck women y'all don't like? Because me personally, I don't. Because if I don't like you, I don't want to stick my dick in you. Like all of that you saying, like being on the phone, coming over, I gotta like you in order to do that shit. Even if we're not in a relationship, I gotta like you.
Hell no,
You feel me? So
Wait. Josh, before you go, Josh.
Okay.
Now, what the notorious Dre just said is what all women would love to fucking hear. They would think that's the most amazingest thing a person could ever fucking say. But most men don't think like that. We don't even react like that. Most men will fuck something they don't have to know. They don't have to know her name. We don't give two shits, two fucks, two damns about her. Now,
took my
most
answer.
people would love to hear some shit like that because that's how women try to operate. I can't even do that. No, be honest with you, Drake. Most men know.
Mhm.
I don't have to know her. I don't know if I know that bitch from some dirt or 2 cans of paint. It don't matter.
True. Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. What I'm saying is like, if she just give you attitude and she say, "Oh, but I let you fuck me though," you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, I'm different though. I won't.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think my belief in toxicity is probably the fucking problem. Cause I think sex is just a hobby. That's probably a big problem in my life. That's probably why I got these kids and I got 3 baby mamas. Let's just keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep this thing all the way thorough. If I can't talk about myself, who can I talk about? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this shit what that. That's probably my problem. I'm gonna be a buck with you. That's probably my problem. I think it's just a hobby. Maybe I need to make it sacred. Whatever the fuck that look like. Maybe that's my problem. But at the end of the day, your operations is your operation. Big Dave, what you think about this, man? You been quiet. What you think about this, man?
You look
What you
half
think
asleep.
about that question Dre just asked, man? He said if he ain't trying to be with her, he ain't even fucking her. Come on, man. You sure
No, he ain't necessarily gotta be together. You know, we can be friends with benefits. Like, I gotta like you to do anything with you.
Like
Anything.
if
Like,
you stick it in there, you want to at least get 2 nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like
but no.
That one night stand shit played out.
But his question is, do you have to like her though?
I mean, it depends on what sense you might like her.
Come on,
You
Dave.
can
Come
like
on, man.
you can like her in different ways. If
You got to like
there's something,
something if you want to do that, bro.
yeah, if you looking at her and there's something about her that turns you on and makes you want to stick something inside her and shit. I mean, if you putting in the work, shit, at least make that shit count for 2 of them instead of 1 of them that you halfway forgot about.
Now I'm doing this because I'm building us into a question. But Mike Joe, what you think, man? Do you have to like her to fuck her? Because Dre posed the question.
Yeah, I got to like something, bro.
No. I'm talking about like her, not something about her, but actually her. Because we all know situations. Because there's something about her could be you might be a guy that like fat asses, so she might got a fat ass. That don't mean you like her. You just like the fact she got a fat ass. You might be a guy who's a titty guy. That don't mean you like her. You just like the fact that she got some big ass titty. You know, you might be the guy you like them gumdrop nipples. You don't like the big areola. You like that might be the what you like. You know what I'm saying? So that's the question. Do you have to like her? Not something about her, but actually like her.
I'm gonna say on me, it may sound crazy, but yeah, because I'm gonna have to talk. We gotta talk first, and if you sound stupid as fuck, you can. It don't matter what you got on you. I ain't gonna want to do nothing.
Just to fuck her, to be clear. Just to fuck her.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to actually like her to fuck her.
That's what he said, yeah. That's what he said. He said, yeah.
He said pretty much. Pretty much sound like a maybe to me.
Oh.
I need to hear yes or no.
Nah, I'm gonna say yeah, bro.
All right. Chef Joe, you in agreement?
Hell no.
Okay. Okay. So Dre, Dre agreed. So Dave, you agree that you have to at least like her to fuck her?
I mean, everybody probably don't hit what they call a butterface. Everything look good but a face. I mean, and the face is what starts everything. So if you be liking the face shit, you pretty much want to get your rocks off if you fucking one of them butterface.
I ain't got my soundboard ain't hooked up. I'm gonna be honest. So okay, now so let me ask this question. Because I know sometimes when people give their perspective, they give you the perspective of where they at now. Would you say because Dre set it up good? Dre said he never thought like this, so I can accept never. Dave, have you ever done this? Fuck the chick that you did not like or didn't even want to be with? Yes or no?
I mean, I've tried it, but shit, when you go to stick it in, your shit gets soft. Shit, you gotta vacate, go find something else because it just ain't there at all.
Mike Joe, have you ever done this? Fuck the chick that you didn't even really like that, or you wasn't trying to be with? Yes or no?
Yeah.
See, I think most guys encounter this experience at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing to go to war on that concept. I think most guys have experienced this at least once.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, how can you get your shit hard if you don't even like it? Like, why the fuck is your shit hard?
No. That's why I keep saying I said like her. That's why I say having to like her. Because when people say stuff like being attracted, you could be attracted to somebody and really don't know nothing about them. You could just be attracted to a physical form. Like I said, some guys are ass guys, right? So nigga, your dick gonna get hard because you like asses. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to like her, but you still gonna get just as hard. You gonna still have sex. You could be a titty guy. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to like her though. That's what I'm trying to get the clarity on. Do you have to actually like her?
I don't know, like I said, everything starts with the face, man. And she can have all that, but like my shit to go semi-soft, you know what I'm saying? If damn the face ain't there.
Now
you gotta at least have the face, man.
I would give you that's a personal preference for you. But I guarantee you, most guys, and I don't care whether they white, black, whatever, that's not gonna be true for most guys.
Nope.
Most guys, they will fuck you. They don't have to have no interaction just to fuck you now. Because guys don't even have to know your name. But I was building this into something, right? So we know people get married for all kind of different reasons, right?
Yep.
Can you love this person if you're simply loved for your duty and your duty only? Can you listen to the way I'm wording this now? Can you love a person when you're only loved for your duties of the relationship?
Hell no.
No. So basically, you only love me for what I can do for you.
Your manly duty as a husband, take care and provide. That what she married you for. No, so you ain't loving me because you like where I look or my sense of humor. Damn, my intelligence. You just married me. Hell no.
So my thing is, how can how can somebody love you when your duties is all they love? Like when you decide that you tired and you want to take a break from your duties, what the fuck they loving about you?
Right. Or what if you lose your job? You know what I'm saying? Like you done lost everything. Now I can't do that for you no more right now. You'll leave.
So I'm asking this question because most people, when they talk about love, they keep saying that love is an action word, and a lot of times when we hear women, give their synopsis of what it looks like, they talk about the hypergamistic account, like being able to take care of them. That's what they typically love. And if we're gonna be fair, for those who are like the Bible pumpers, it don't say for that woman to love her husband. It says for that woman to respect her husband. It says for that man to love his wife like God love that church. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't for her to love you though. You think that might be a communication error that we probably might need to reconcile with? That it ain't for her to love you. It's for you to take the responsibility. So that's what I'm asking. Because this might be why we hitting this trauma. You get what I'm saying? Because we might be looking. Because I honestly do believe that. And I've said this time and time again. I think men care more about women than women care about men. I've said this time and time again. I will stand on it. I will go to war on this statement every fucking time.
So you think we love harder?
I believe men care more about women than women care about men. I think for most women, it's business. That's just my opinion.
But marriage is a business regardless. So I agree with you on that one.
I believe that it's all perspective. I believe some people don't look at marriage as a business. I believe some people do and some people don't.
Man, that shit is straight business. God damn it.
So that's what I'm asking. So y'all can't. So what y'all saying is y'all can't love a woman who only loves your duty.
You asking a man who been single for years, nigga. I can do bad by myself and just buy hoes.
All right, Tyler. all right, Tyler Perry.
I'm just saying, if the shoe fits like women say they can do bad by themselves, nigga. I can do the same thing.
Mike Joe, man. Mike Joe, man. Mike McQuire. Mike, what you think about this, man? Could you love a woman who only loved you for your duties?
Be honest.
Hell nah. I need some ties of that, bro. Hell nah.
All right, so cool. Okay, cool. So I need y'all to express this because we are live on this show. I need y'all to express this right here. This is from a sentiment placement, right? I need y'all to tell the women the things that y'all feel that they should love a man for. Then, if it's not your duties, because I think that a lot of this get misconstrued, and a lot of people start doing that whole, well, it is about what they provide. Because even a lot of guys be trying to flex, and they love putting their money for, they love trying to hit a woman. Even when they go to steal a man girl, they love hitting her with that whole he can't love you like I love you shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go one by one, man. What y'all feel personally that woman should be loving you for? Dre, I'm gonna start with you.
Well, I think you providing. I think that should be one aspect, but I also think it should be what you can teach her. That should be one. Faithfulness. A lot of women want a man that's faithful, or a man who's honest. Because a man he have the money and provide for you, but not be faithful to you or honest to you, and respect another one.
Most men with money got multiple hoes, my dog.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's pretty much what I can come up with right now.
All right, Chef Joe, let's go.
What?
Come on, I need you to answer the question. What you let express to these women? What do you think they should be loving you for outside? Since y'all say it ain't just a provision.
Oh, determination, work ethic. Like they teach you something new that you ain't never did before. Shit, I don't know. That's the only I come up with.
Okay. Big Dave, man, what you think about that, man? Come on, man.
Me, I think that women should appreciate your work. That like everybody else done said. Yeah, you can't have time and give them that comfortability of life the way it goes as far as financial shit, and have that time to show them appreciation, make memories with them. Like you gotta find that perfect balance. And if they know what your schedule is, they should appreciate it. Like if they come to you and ask you for something and they don't got it and you got it, shit, it's because of all those sacrifices you've been making.
Mm.
So I feel like women should appreciate you for every positive aspect you put into their life, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, whether it's mental, physical. Every aspect that's put in their life is positive to them and help them build their life up from where it could have been to where it is now. They should appreciate that shit.
Okay. Mike Joe, man, what you think, man? I need you to express to us, man. What you think these women should be loving men for?
Man, love me for who I am, not for what I could do for you. Love me because I can make you smile. Love me because I can make you laugh. Love me because, you know what I'm saying? Just me as a person. You know what I'm saying? How we build together. You know what I'm saying? What conversation, just all the other stuff that more than what I can just buy for you or pay bills and stuff, you know?
So I'm assuming that all y'all disagree with Tina, huh?
For who?
With Tina,
Megan Thee Stallion?
I said Tina,
Who the fuck is Tina?
Tina Turner.
Man, I thought it was somebody in the chat.
Tina Turner, you know, she kept saying, "What's love got to do with it? What's love but a secondhand emotion?" Is what my girl said. So y'all
That's
disagreeing with Tina is what y'all saying.
That's the worst person to want to take advice from.
Listen. We're not going to talk about. Listen, Dre. That wasn't a point to go about her life.
I
My
think
point
everybody
was.
saw that
Point
movie.
had a segment, Dre. That wasn't the point. I know.
Hey, dude.
Dre, that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point, Dre. That wasn't the point. But you know, me personally, I think that the reason why a lot of these relationships are failing today is because people aren't actually trying to get to deal with each other. I keep saying this. I think today I don't think relationships really make sense for a lot of people today because people are more selfish than anything. And they don't really care about the other person. I think people have to find something to really care about the other person. I always say that if you make it about money, it'll always be about money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. That's why I think that when people go into these situations, they need to do a way better job of expressing what they need out of a situation more than anything. That way, that person knows what it is that they trying to uphold themselves to. So if you need that somebody who gonna have to, be that companion, or who gonna have to talk to you a certain way, or they're gonna have to make you feel a certain way, I think you need to express that in the beginning. I think you do a disservice telling me I don't need that man to be broke, but then you need all these emotional things that come along with it. Now, women ain't understand this because a lot of women just want everything. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do every single thing, but not realize everything don't come packaged the way that you want it packaged. And that's the reason why most men and women don't work out. Because you might have a girl that got good sex, but then she don't have the mentality that fit with the things that you want to go, and she might not agree programmably or what you're trying to get done. So I think a lot of us just don't like the way things are packaged, right? You know what I'm saying? So I got two more questions, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. These gonna be real. These gonna be brief, man. Well, I don't know, depending on how y'all boys be talking. These are just some throw-in questions that I was writing as we was going on and we was talking, right? How many people y'all think get into relationships to fulfill other people's needs? How many people do y'all think get into relationships to fulfill other people's needs?
Other people needs like your parents or
No,
your
I'm
friends.
talking about Yeah, it could be the parents. It could be just making her feel away. It could be just like it
Oh,
could be her.
I think a lot of people do. Like we talk like percentage, like maybe 70-30.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike. No, Mike said he had to head out. So what y'all? How many? How many? Just
I
put
say
some.
maybe about 60%. I think 6% of people do that, man or woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think most people are followers there. Most people only do what's trendy. You know what I'm saying? I think most people only follow the trends. Like they do what other people are doing. What other people make seem like it's cool to do, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Big Dave, what you think about it, man? How many people you think do that, man? How many people you think only get in relationships to please others?
Shit, I feel like people that get relationship to please others ain't in contact with themselves. Like they trying to put on a whole persona that they ain't even used to, that they don't even want, just because of other people. You shouldn't have to do that. It should be with somebody you well connected with, somebody you want to build something with. And if you don't want to build nothing with them and you ain't got no intentions like that, then ain't nothing but a waste of time.
Okay. Dre, what you think, man? How many people you think are doing that, man? Getting into relationships, man, because of other people.
I think maybe it's high, like maybe about 60%. You know, some people, a lot of people get in relationships for the wrong reason. Right, it's for the sex, you know, the money, or how he might look to her, or how she might look to him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? A lot of people get in relationships for the wrong reason. So yeah, about 60%.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to the mentality of other people, I think both sides do it, but I think it's higher amongst women because I think women care more about women care more about imagery than I think men do.
Mm-hmm.
Like most men, like if that man, like, even if that woman got a certain image, if he want her, he gonna be with her, regardless of what his homeboys say, regardless of how they feel about it. He gonna be with her if he want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't usually approach that like that. Like if they don't really want them, they don't really want them, so they usually get away from it. You know what I'm saying? But all right, last one, y'all. When we get up out of here, this is a statement. I want to see what y'all think about this statement. Most people don't have the results they want because they don't believe they can get it. What y'all think about that when it comes to relationships? Most people don't have the results they want in relationships because they don't believe they can actually get it. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I
You think
agree
the
with
reason why
that.
they failing is because they don't really believe that they can actually obtain what it is that they're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, and not only that, like they just think they can't do better. You know what I'm saying, than that person. So yeah.
Okay. Chef Joe, what you think about that? Most people don't have the results they want because they don't actually believe they can attain it.
Results of what? Like the relationship? Like I'm.
Like the success within a relationship. Like they don't really believe that they can have that happiness. So they just they do the best they can to just ruin that shit. They don't really believe that they can get it.
Yeah, or fear.
So you think that statement is true?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Dave, what you think about that, man? Most people don't have the results they want because they don't believe they can actually attain it.
Man, I feel like if you can't believe in yourself and you try to push yourself to do something, you ain't gonna believe in nothing you try to do. That's just something like a manifestation. Like you gotta manifest that shit. You gotta believe that shit. Like if you don't believe it's gonna work and you don't manifest and put all your energy in it, as far as hey, this is gonna work, it's gonna be this way. Shit, you ain't doing them but wasting your time.
Cool. Yeah. I believe it's somewhat true, man. I think some people do believe that they can't have that, but I think it becomes one of them things of how they view themselves. Like some people, they really don't believe that they deserve it, or
Yeah.
they don't believe that. Well, I guess that's another way of saying deserve that is meant for them. Like I guess a lot of people just don't believe that. I think a lot of people, like especially I do believe this saying like when you've been down so long, you believe that you begin to lose your that sense of direction. So when you've been down so long, you don't actually know you don't know which way is up.
True.
All you know is down. So some people, they done been through so much bad relationships and so much bad shit. They don't know what the fuck they look like unless they have the happiness. They don't know what the joy side look like. They only know what they know, and they only know survival. So I
And
do
that,
believe that that's a plague for a lot of people.
and that sabotage the relationship too, because you so self-esteem, relationship down, esteem, whatever. Like you say, you've been down so long. Like when a good person comes in your life, you feel like, why they here for? Why? You talk yourself out of it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fellas, that was all I pretty much had, man. I mean, hey, man, listen, welcome to the new year. I know we in February now. It's a little, but I know we all do a lot of working, man. So it took us a while to get back around to it, but we back, man. We back.
Mm-hmm.
I started that in the chat. I said, "Yo, we back, y'all. We finally get back. We gonna try to, keep the ball rolling." You know what I'm saying? But we regular people over here. We ain't like a lot of them other people who be having those other shows. We can't be streaming no 4-5 shows in the week now. We can't do nothing like that. But we regular folk over here. So hey man, you know how we end it. It ain't no differently. I know a lot of y'all guys, we live in this time of like social media presence. A lot of people got a lot of different stuff and things they engage with. So y'all know before we get up out of here, I'd like for y'all to run y'all plug, let them know where they can find y'all. Y'all media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what y'all got going on, man. Run y'all handles, man, before we get up out of here. Chef Joe, man, let people know what you got going on, where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Chef Joe with the Pots 2, or YouTube at Cooking with Chef Joe.
All right, Dre, man, let the people run your plug, man. Let the people know where they can find you, what you got going on.
All right, y'all can find me on Instagram at D_Notorious Dre, and you can find me on Facebook at Dre Ocho, DREOCHO.
All right, Big Dave, man. Hey, Big Dave, I appreciate you, man, coming to the joint. This your first time, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man, blessing us with your presence, man, yo. But let the people know, man, what you got going on, where they can find you. Or, man, if you ain't really fucking with people like that, just let them know. Because a lot of my people be letting them know. They ain't going to find them no way but humble beginnings. So let them know, man, what you got going on, where they can find you.
Shit, I ain't got a whole lot going on, man. I'm glad you had me on your show. The only thing I mess with as far as social media goes is Facebook. You can find me at David Berry, something to South Carolina. But hey, that's about it, man.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, y'all already know me, man. I am KJ. I'm Mr. Humble Beginnings, man. Y'all know this is where we at right here. We right here on YouTube, man. And we always got some work for you. Keep a good conversation coming in. Like I said, man, we regular people, man. So I can't be up here as often, man. I try to get to it, man. But I got businesses and run a regular job, man. I can't, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man. This was fun, man. I definitely appreciate everybody who stepped out, man. Hey, till the next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.